Hey guys, Diane from Teach Pre-K. I haven't been in my classroom since May 23rd. So I'm going to give you a little overview, set up my camera, get all my furniture set, and I think that's all I'm going to do today. There's some things I'm going to bring home to my house so I can work on some things at home, but I really want this time to be about just doing a little at a time to decrease my overwhelm, but not make me feel like I am using my last days of summer break slaving away at school. So that's the plan. It's really hard for me to do, but I'm going to do it this year. Okay, so this is my classroom. Might be familiar to some of you. And you guys, there's going to be background noise. They are destroying the upstairs and reconfiguring our school. So sorry about that, but that's just the way it is. So this is what I'm dealing with. All of this needs to end up over here. Some needs to be arranged in this area. It's just a lot. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to put a little bench down and set up my camera and just go. Okay, here's the bird's eye view. Hey, I'm hot and sweaty And I think I've only spent like 30 minutes. This is not bad. So I'm going to show you what I've done and kind of explain to you where I need to go with all of this. This year's a little different because I'm supposed to create space. And also when I came in here, things have been dumped in my room that aren't mine. And I'm not happy because now I have to find places for more things. I don't think people intentionally do things that are that rude. I think that they just don't get it and they don't understand the magnitude of what I have to do between now and when school starts. And they just need to be a little bit more respectful, but when you don't get it, you don't get it. Okay. So here is what I look like now. These are my class cubbies that I'll put their names in. They've got a lot of miscellaneous stuff in it right now. So a lot of the stuff that you see out was in the closet space that I'll show you in a minute, where I kept extra writing center stuff and Play-Doh stuff, class emergency kits, things like that, that I now have to find place for. This whole etagere was in there full of stuff. So I'm gonna show you that. Let's see, I've got a light somewhere in here. So this is the furnace room. I used this area for some storage for art supplies, writing supplies. This table was also taken out of this closet. Sorry folks, you guys don't want me to put this where the server is anymore, so now it has to go someplace. It's going here. I don't care what you say. So there you go. And I'll show you that issue too in a minute. All of this stuff is like Play-Doh toys, tools, cookie cutters, stuff. And I had a sweet note from my co-teacher just saying, hey, I put all my stuff on the shelf in the kitchen. There's room for yours. I look at all my stuff and I go, okay, I hope there's room for mine. But she is so wonderful and nice, and I love that she did that. So I've got my math area set up, my dramatic play area set up, my block center. This is a cool feature of my classroom. This is my sequin board, just a fun fidget. This is kind of like my literacy center where I have like literacy games and things like that. Puzzles. My bookshelf where I put all my theme books, magnet board for just theme magnet, stuff like that. I use this as a quiet little table. You guys, I'm actually thinking of getting a Tony box. They're so expensive, but I'm thinking that might be a really fun thing to put out here. Maybe if someone gives me some Amazon gift cards, I might do that. This is a box full of containers and stuff that I have to deal with later, and I thought I'd do it today, but I am so not going to. I'm tired and I want to go home. There's my teacher stool, my lovely teacher cart. That is where I put all my stuff for circle time centers, next week, books I'm going to read, all that stuff. This is my very pathetic little desk, but that's okay because I'm never sitting at it anyway. I use this little stool for my light helper to get the light switch because they're too tall. This is kind of like snack and supply area, my sink, sensory bin. This is my art center. This is my writing center. You guys, all this will be so done up. All these books, yeah, those weren't in my classroom. Those have never been in my classroom. They're super heavy, they're super big. You want me to create space and you put all those in my classroom? You're not thinking very hard, but that's okay. I have new, smaller, sturdier boxes for our emergency kits and for other toys. I have got toys up the yin yang in here. I'm going to take you to my back room and show you the huge project. Okay, this area right here is our computer server area. This is where I had that green table, and I would put the bulky toys on top of it, strollers, high chairs, grocery carts, things like that. Now I have to figure out a place to put that stuff. Okay, all right, and tell me to give up more space. So that's really fun and interesting. Sorry, I don't mean to sound bitter, but I am. Yeah, you guys, this is my storage area. And I have shown you guys videos of my storage area before and the fact that it needs help. It needs a whole lot of help. Down here is a box of dramatic play stuff that the bottom fell out, so I can't even move it. All of my class theme bins are full to bursting. So I'm thinking of taking a day here, a day there, and just whipping this out and getting this to be a functional space again. And as I'm doing that, I also have to make sure I keep this area clean because, God forbid, you know what? No, strollers and stuff, they're gonna go here. I don't have space for them. I don't. So there you go. There you go. Yeah, I don't mean to sound bitter, you guys. I so super don't. But I feel bitter. I will be the first to say that. So, yeah, day one is done. And believe it or not, this was the easy part. This was the easy day. Putting the furniture back where it belongs is nothing. It's physically demanding, but you could kind of see how I've got kind of a gigantic space and organization puzzle that I have to do. And I knew it was bad, but I didn't know it was as bad as it is in that back room. I mean, I knew it was bad. I left it. I saw it. But I think I was so like knee deep in my daughter's wedding is in a week and I don't care about this anymore. And I'm so glad this school year's over. You know what I mean? But I've got to get serious and maybe pick a day or two in the week where I come again like I did today for just an hour and a half here or there, and turn this into a functioning place because I am sharing this classroom next year. None of that's her problem. That's my problem. We will work on it together. We talked about it. We will work on it together because she needs to know all the stuff that I already have because, I mean, she's walking into a pretty sweet situation where there's a lot of toys, there's more centers than she could ever imagine doing. And I mean, she was my age, so she knows what she's getting, and she's so good, you guys. I love her so much. But yeah, there's a lot to do. And you know, I'm all about being an advocate for myself. And part of being an advocate for myself is that green table is staying in that furnace room. It's staying in there. I use that table. The other classrooms use that table. We use it. I don't have space for it in my classroom right now, but I will be using it during the year. So you're not going to get the space you want in. You're asking too much. And sometimes you guys, especially like, I've been here a long time. I've been at the school a long time. Sorry about my hand. Sometimes you have to be the one to stand up and say, look, I'll give you what I can. It's not going to be exactly what you want, and it's not going to be exactly what I want, but I'll give you what I can. You want that whole thing, you can have that whole thing minus that. You want in front of the server to be 100%ly, that's not a word, 100% clear. You know, because of the stuff that we have to store, you can't have it exactly how you want. But I'm going to make it so much more livable for you this year, and you're going to be grateful and you're going to love it. It's all about compromise, but it's not about trying to reach somebody else's unrealistic expectations. And it's taken me a lifetime to learn that. I have spent a lifetime being a people pleaser and trying to reach their expectations, and sacrifice, you know, my wants, my needs, my, you know, sanity sometimes. So now that I'm older and I've been here a long time, no, you're going to have to meet me halfway. And maybe I'm going to get 3/4 of the way and you're going to get 1/4 of the way, or vice versa. But that's just going to have to be how it goes. So I'm going to get the things on my list that I said I'd bring home so I can make my linear calendar and start doing some work at home to make this place more functional. And then I'll pop by again maybe next Tuesday and we'll do step 2.